some darn fool. But I'll admit one thing, of course. You're a darn sight better than a horse. Scraggly, scrawny hair, long ears, short legs, but I don't care. You're still more fair. Let me get one of these. And bear. You're a Missouri. That's pretty good, Jughead. You want one? Just a minute. I'll get it for you. Yeah. There you go. Now you cut that out. Now I told you once to cut that out. Now look here. You mean to rob me? I'm just a poor old man. I ain't got nothing but a dent fry pan and a $2 watch and a stupid jackass. You wouldn't want to hurt a pitiful old man, would you?
You all right?
My arm, how about you?
You got me good.
I done told him twice, Jughead. Take cover, Jughead.
Hold it right there, or I'll cut you in two.
Handy? Handy Random. It's me, Nick Barkley.
Barkley?
One of Tom Barkley's sons, remember?
Tom Barkley. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. I caught up with the feller that shot him. Killed him, didn't I?
That's right. Would you mind?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now there sure is a surprise. How have you been?
Well, I can't complain. Say, tell me something. How is that pretty mother of yours and that little button-nosed, black-haired sister?
Well, now, Audra is a blonde, and they're both fine.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You gotta forgive me. I forget things.
Well, we don't. And the family'd never forgive me if I forgot to ask you back to the house for a few days.
Well, I ain't exactly shined up for visiting.
Oh.
No. I dress all poor mouth for the trail. That's so hold-up men won't be wasting their time. Besides, that fella that killed your daddy put a slug in my arm. My shooting arm. Kind of slowed me down on defense.
Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. I learned to scratch with the other hand.
Well, now, are you going to join me going back to the house, or it'll get me in an awful lot of trouble?
Well, I wouldn't want to get you in any trouble.
It seemed to me,
Andy, I heard some shooting as I was riding up.
Oh, a couple of young fellers. They tried to dry gulch me. What they wanted to get out of me, I don't know.
Well, Andy, they probably thought you were working for us. Right now, around here, the Barkley brand is not much better than a Target.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And so, senor, we have no choice. We must leave like the others.
All right, Pedro. After all, you're hired to harvest, not to get shot at.
My wife, my children. Without me, they are lost. They have no one else, senor. We will return when you tell us it is safe.
I understand. Here, this will help you on your journey.
Oh, gracias. Muchas gracias.
Vaya con Dios, amigo.
Adios.
Well, we're having beefsteak, frioles, potatoes, and cornbread for lunch. Be there when the bell rings or you'll eat it cold.
Well, you know, Mother only left at 9 o'clock this morning, but I miss her already.
Well, just don't forget, I'm running the house this week.
Uh-huh. Well, in that case, I'll have ham and eggs for lunch.
Guess who I brought with me?
50 harvest hands, I hope.
Oh, no luck there. Come on in.
Mr. Random!
Andy Random, why, you old rascal, this is a surprise. Come in. It's good to see you. Nick, how long has it been?
Oh, about 6 years, I say.
Well, now, what have you been up to? Where have you been?
Oh, around and about, chasing a dollar here and there. Of course, wrangler with one bad arm ain't an overwhelming demand. But I'm working sheep now. You know them little critters kind of cute once you get used to them. I'm on my way south right now. I got a little teensy grub steak. I'm going to buy in on a sheep spread. Hey, now, wait a minute. Where is that purty mother of yours?
Well, she's gone to Denver, visit her sister.
Oh, more's a pity. I did want to smile on her.
Well, she sure will be sorry she missed you, hadn't
Yeah.
I'll get some tea.
Tea?
I think, Audra, that Andy would like something a little more substantial.
Audra just set another place for lunch. Sit down, Andy.
Well, thank you.
Sherry, brandy, whiskey.
Yeah. I'll start with the whiskey. And to think I thought there for a minute a while back I was riding into unneighborly territory.
Oh?
Yeah. Andy came through one of the groves and Craddock took a shot at him.
Fine neighbors you got there. Oranges are good, but they ain't that good. But that was.
Well, I apologize for that, Handy. But actually, those are our oranges.
Your orange? Well, why wasn't you shooting at me instead of them young'uns?
Well, because Craddock believes the land belongs to him. You see, Handy, the divider between our property and his is Green Creek. Now, a little while ago, we had a flash flood, and it changed the course of the creek. It cut way into our property, put a big chunk of our groves on his side of the divider. Ever since then, he's claimed it was an act of God, and now the land belongs to him.
He and his men have been taking pot shots at everyone riding through. Scared off half our harvest hands.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, we've taken it to court. Case comes up in about 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Why, them oranges is plumb ready to be pulled right now.
Yeah, we know.
No, excuse me.
What are they worth?
About $5,000.
$5,000?
And that's really the least of our problems. Craddock is strictly a cattleman. Now, the minute he harvests those oranges, he's going to go in there and cut down those trees and turn the land back to pasture.
He spent years cultivating just to prove we could grow oranges here.
Well, I pondered long enough. I got a simple and easy solution to the whole matter.
What's that?
Mount up right over there and teach him some shotgun manners.
Now, wait a minute, Andy. That's the last thing we need around here, range war.
Well, it appears to me you've already got one. Now, they've fired at me going through them orange groves. But I give them what for.
What do you mean? You didn't hit him yet.
Well, he wasn't more than 40 foot away.
Well, look, Andy, we're going to have lunch in a couple of minutes. Maybe you'd like to wash up.
Wash up? Oh, wash up. Yes, well, sure. As a matter of fact, that orange juice makes your fingers stick together. Is that room still upstairs where it used to be?
Third door on the right.
Fine, see you soon. You're a good provider.
too bad that had to happen. Up to now, this thing has been bloodless.
You ever think for a minute it wouldn't happen?
It'll have to be reported. Nick, you better drop in and see the sheriff while you're in town.
Oh, so he can take his usual firm stand, huh? Straddling the fence? Well, how'd it go?
Well, the word's out. Working for the Barclays is a short career.
Oh. Well, you two boys better go into lunch. Tell Audrey I'll eat in town.
Coward.
Yeah.
No harvest hands, huh?
No, but if saddle sores could pick oranges, we'd be out of the woods. Don't look like you had much luck either.
No, I didn't. Say, by the way, we have a house guest that you'll probably be interested to meet.
And does he pick oranges?
No, but he shoots at Craddock's.
Might be a step in the right direction. Who is he?
He shot the man who killed Father.
Audra told me stories about him.
Hey, I tell you, that little room up there is a wonder. Last time I was here, I couldn't figure out how you got that water to run uphill.
Handy, here's the brother you haven't met. This is Heath. Handy Random.
Wow. How do you do, young feller? Mighty nice to...
Lunch is ready.
I've got work to do. I'll eat with the hands.
Heath.
Well, who put a cockle burr on his shirt there?
Afternoon, Nick.
Fred, I'd like to report a shooting.
I was just going to ride out to see you about that.
Craddock's been here already, huh?
Mm-hmm. He says one of your men peppered up two of his sons pretty bad.
Fred, it wasn't one of our men. It was a guest of ours that accidentally walked on the grove and shot to defend himself.
Mm-hmm. Craddock claimed he was your hired gun.
Fred, it was Handy Random.
Oh.
Oh, now, come on. Why the sour look?
Well, it riled some people that he shot that man in the back.
When a killer is running away from you, it is the customary place to shoot him. Besides, you wouldn't say they were just a little bit riled up because they found out the reward was going to an outsider.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'll fill out a report on it.
You be sure to add to that report that Craddock fired first.
A man has a right to post a no trespassing sign and back it up with a gun.
Not when he posts someone else's property, Fred.
We've been through all this before. It'll all come out in court.
Not until the crop is lost.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe Craddock is right?
I say he isn't.
Now, Nick, you're asking me to be judge and jury, and I'm just not qualified to do that. Now, my sworn duty only covers keeping you all from killing each other until the case is heard.
Well, you may have to go to work sooner than you think.
Well, how's that?
I'm going out to old man Craddock's.
Well, you know I can't guarantee your safety.
On the South Range. 790.
That thing that happened this morning in the Grove was very unfortunate.
Hiring a gunfighter is always
Handy
unfortunate.
Random is not a gunfighter, and we did not hire him.
I'd know a professional. He stalked my boys like a prairie wolf. Frank saw how you greeted him. I suppose he's a house guest?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he is.
You've had time to think of a better story than that.
No, wait a minute. We have a difference of opinion, Craddock. And that shooting this morning has nothing whatever to do with it, unless you'd like it to go on and build up into a great range war.
That's already happened. Up to now, we've been shooting high. From now on, we aim dead center.
Oh, now, that's very foolish, Craddock. Very foolish indeed.
What exactly do you want?
I want to talk. I want to talk about orange groves.
The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. You want to come around here whining about his decisions, you're wasting your time. Nick Barkley, your family comes of honest stock. They're good people. I'm telling you that so you'll know I hate you all on a personal rather than on a moral basis. While you and yours were busily inheriting this valley, me and mine were busy coaxing potatoes out of a Maine marble field. You ever get down on your hands and knees and beg a potato to get fat? Did you ever get so mad you took a tree branch and beat an apple because it shriveled on a twig? No. You don't even know the taste of a pig's foot or a hen's neck. You've been raised on the fat of the hog and the breast of the chicken.
Hold it, Craddock, hold it.
You're not the only man that managed to scrape out a ranch with his fingernails or eye teeth. We had just as many rocks on our land as you did, just as many tree stumps as you did. But there's another reason, the real reason. Like Frank here, came to call on Audra and got turned down.
Anybody that's too good for my sons is too good for my bounty.
Audra has a mind of her own.
She's the only bark he'll ever set a welcome foot on my property. Let me tell you this. If I owe you $1, I'll follow you to Timbuktu to pay you. But I'll chase you twice as far if you overcharge me. My land is my land. And I wouldn't give you a rock off of it to kill a rattlesnake. Does that make my position clear?
All right, let's simmer down. Let's simmer down a minute. I'll tell you what. We'll harvest the oranges, put the money into escrow. The one that wins the case gets the money.
I turned that offer down before. Now, after what your man did to my boys...
I keep trying to tell you he was not our man.
He just shoots my sons and lives in your house.
He wasn't when he did.
But he did and he is.
We're not getting too far, are we?
At least you aren't.
You want this whole thing to build into a range war, don't you?
I'm gonna pick those oranges and chop down those trees and plant alfalfa. And if I find any Barclays on that property, I'll plant them too.
But I'll admit one thing, of course, you're a darn sight better than a horse. Long on ears, short on legs, I don't know what I can take. You're a Missouri canary, but you can't sit in a tree.
Mr. Rath.
Oh, my... What? Well, oh, Miss Audrey. Oh, my gosh. Oh, well... Now, look here. You must never catfoot up on a fellow that way.
I startled you. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
I brought you a present.
Huh? Present? For me?
Mm-hmm.
Present? Well, I don't believe I ever got a present offered me before.
Well, go on, open it.
No. I want to savor it for a minute there. Yeah, all righty. Here we go. Well, I thought. What do you know about that? Yes, sir. Well, yes, that's just what I've been needing, a long piece of cloth.
Oh, it's a muffler, Mr. Random. You put it around the top of your head during the wintertime. Keeps away the snorts and the sniffles.
Yeah, well, heavens, I knew that. Yeah, sure, there you go. Look at that. Hey, and it holds your hat on, too. Keeps it from blowing off.
That's exactly what it does.
Sure.
Remember that chill you had when you were here before?
Oh, I'll never forget it. Took me nigh to a month to get over it. You put me back together. You spoon-fed me the whole time.
I've never forgotten that. And remember when you left, you gave me a necklace made out of arrowheads? I still have it.
Oh, well. Well, you know. Stay right there. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Open. See that gun there? That is the gun that killed the man that killed your daddy. There, she's yours. Oh, that's bar grease. That's bar grease. That makes her slip out of the holster just as slick as ice. Now I want you to see something here. Look at here. See that thong right there? Well, that holds the trigger back so the hammer don't catch you. And if you're a fanner, which I was, you file off the rat tail etching on the hammer there. Don't scratch your hand that way.
The sights are gone.
Oh, sure, sights are gone. You file off the sight. If you can't hit a man without aiming at him, you use a shotgun or a rifle.
Oh, that sounds very professional.
Well, I learned that self-defense, you see. I want your family to have this. Kind of a sentimental piece. I can't use it anywhere with this bad wrist anymore.
Thank you, Mr. Random, but I really can't accept it.
Well, oh, well, yes, I see. Yes, I see what you mean. You don't want to have her around to
to look at.
But your kind offer is appreciated.
You know, it's a sad state of affairs when a man my age ain't got nothing to offer except broke gun, broke wrist, bent frying pan, and a mud-colored jackass. Name is Audrey. That one brother of yours, not Heath.
Heath is ill-mannered.
Well, he sure got it hard against me. I don't remember him. Of course, I do forget things.
Dinner's at 7, Mr. Random.
Dinner. Well, the only thing that'll keep me from dinner is a lot of money, a good horse, or a beautiful woman like you, Miss Audrey. Oh, hush up. Can't I talk to nobody but you? I gotta have some social life, Jughead.
Heath Barkley, what's come over you?
What do you mean?
I think you owe us an explanation.
For what?
For your behavior toward Handy Random. Where'd you learn your manners?
Well, the same place I learned a lot of other things.
Well, I think you owe him an apology. What have you got against that poor old farmer?
He's no farmer. That's not dirt on his hands, that's powder burns. He wouldn't know a yam from a carrot if it wasn't cooked and put on a plate in front of him.
Handy Random is a friend of this family's, and as long as you're part of it, he's a friend of yours.
I think I have the right to pick my own friends.
Well, I was right about the sheriff.
How'd you make out?
Still straddling the fence. So I went over to Craddock's myself.
And you're just lucky you didn't get your head blown off.
Did you get anywhere with him?
Nope.
Maybe if I went over to Craddock's.
You stay off Craddock's land, Audra. Unfortunately, Handy Random's got us in quite a bit of trouble. Joe and Frank were pretty badly peppered.
Peppered?
Well, not that I'm saying it's Handy's fault.
Well, I am plumb sorry that I caused you folks this trouble.
No, you didn't cause the trouble, Handy. You just caught up with it, that's all.
Well, still in all, I feel responsible, but I got an ID. Now, how many of them Craddocks is there?
15, maybe 20.
You give me $500, and I will guarantee that starting tomorrow, you can pick all the oranges you want to, and nobody will bother you.
And just how would you manage that?
Powers of persuasion.
I hope you're not serious.
Well, now, look here, you pick them oranges right now, or you can forget them. You're gonna pluck oranges, you're gonna pluck Craddocks.
No. Wait a minute, Andy, now. That's exactly what we don't want.
They say you're trespassing, you say they's trespassing. Now, why ain't we got just as much right to shoot them as they got to shoot us? And I'll tell you another thing. You say you're gonna go get Harbor's hands. Well, if and you do get them, which I dearly doubt, you gonna just send them out there to be shot by Craddocks? All right, now, if you change your mind, I'll be around. But mark my words, before this is out, you're gonna need my services. See you at supper.
Well, I figured he'd get around to that proposition sooner or later.
All right, Heath, let's have it. What do you know about him that we don't?
Well, what would you think of a man who makes his living following feuds? Starts them if they don't exist. Then sells his gun to the highest bidder.
Where'd you run into him before?
A couple of years ago, he was in the Lincoln County Wars. It didn't make much difference which side you were on. Both paid the same. $25 for signing up and $25 for every saddle turned into the paymaster. The saddle was proof of death. But the paymaster never knew who the saddles belonged to. So you could face your enemy and kill him, or you could hang back and see all those beautiful, unguarded backs of your friends.
I take it you were in the fight also.
Well, I was just a kid fighting for what I thought was right. I took my $25 and 2 days later, I got a bag full of carpet tacks and horseshoe nail heads. Handy comes running up to polish me off with a knife. I was able to take a gun butt to him, but it didn't help.
What do you mean?
Well, I made it up a ravine, and while I was trying to decide whether to live or die, he came to, stole my saddle, and turned it in for the money.
Why didn't he recognize you?
Well, he's old, and he's looked down that barrel at a lot of people besides me.
How come you didn't mention this before?
Well, how could I? You all were so fired up about him. That old man's a walking plague, and the sooner we get rid of him, the better.
There you are, old jug. There. You got clean fingernails now. Oh, look what you done to my knife. I got enough jags in there for a hair comb. Well, we'll just heat her up, and we'll flatten her out like a pancake, and we'll have a whittly comb that you can shave with. Hey, you know, Jug, you wouldn't look so bad barefaced, neither would I, for that matter. Then if a fella called us a barefaced liar, he wouldn't be lying. Whoa! Well, sir, that's good and hot. Hey, now, Jug. That young feller up there at the house, you know the young'un with his lower lip stuck out and he's shining them rifles? Can't put him. Of course, he takes to me like a water moccasin do to a toady frog, but there's no accounting for the tape. I do believe I've seen him summers before. Well, it'll come to me by and by. You know, you and me is going to make some money, don't you? Yes. Yeah, we're going to make her. Hey, now. Look at here. Jug? Jug, wouldn't them nails make a fine big hole in a feller? Howdy. Oh, late for supper. Well, I just tidying up my jackass. I'll go get washed up right away.
Handy, I want a word with you.
Button off. Oh, believe me, you won't regret it. I would just admire like all outdoors working for you folks. Even though there is one who don't cotton to me.
Handy, we've discussed it, and we've decided that it would be better for everyone concerned if you just mounted up and rode out of here. Right now.
Well, there's your oranges. What a waste. You know, city fellers, they don't feel about crops the way you and me do. We're country, outdoors. I can tell you are by them crinks around your eyes and that split on your lip from the wind. And the way you wear your gun hung low. You ain't got the cut of a man who'd let somebody waltz off with his oranges.
What do you expect us to do, Handy? Wait for some night where we can sneak up on them and shoot them in the head while they're asleep?
Heck, no. We just post our own no trespassing signs. Then we light a little fire down there in the grove. When the Craddocks come down to put her out, ping, ping. We just lay 'em out deader than mackerels and legal.
Having you for a partner, Handy, is something like having a rattlesnake in your hip pocket.
Oh. You got no reason to mean-mouth me, boy.
Handy. Now, it'd be much simpler if you just ride out. Here's $100.
I said 500.
You don't have to do anything for this except ride out.
Take it, Handy.
Oh, Charity. That pure sticks in my craw.
You better ride out, old man.
You know, there's one thing worse than charity, and that's an uppity youngin'. You always start a fight with a gun in your hand, do you, boy?
Who do you?
I'm a gunfighter. You've had your back up against me ever since we first met here this afternoon. Why?
You drag-housed me once.
Well, it appears like I didn't do a very good job. I can't put you.
Maybe it's because I slammed your head with that gun butt.
Lincoln County Wars. Lincoln County Wars, sure. Sure, that's it. Well, Sonny, you should have finished that job right then and there, or you should have killed me when you met me here, because that's what I aim to do to you. Fighting fair is going to be the end of you one day, because you're going to run across a man, sooner or later, who don't. Next time you see me with my back turned, you better kill me, because that's what I aim to do to you. Now, I'd like to apologize to each and every one of you.
For what?
For having to kill you if you ever step on Craddock land.
You're working for Craddock?
Not yet, but there's two sides to every question.
Short on leg, I don't know what I can beg for you. You Missouri can... Now listen, Jughead. I want you to go ahead without me. I'll be with you shortly. You understand? Go. Go on. Go on, get going.
That's a fine figure of a horse if I ever saw one. Is that a Tennessee Walker or a Texas Trotter? That looks like the jackass the old man was riding.
Oh, ain't that old. And if you boys want to get any oldies, drop them irons right now. Drop them right now. All of it. All of it. Come on. All of it. All right, now mount up. Mount up. Come on. Oh, don't scare me, boys. I'm an old man and I'll kill you. Now, I'm happy-go-lucky and I just come here for a genial chat, so you just take me to your boss or I'll shoot you in the face. Now, get.
This is the man that shot us.
You Craddock? You here to collect some bullet holes?
Boy, get up and get over there. Get. As soon as I can see you. Paul, you better tell these boys next time not to shoot at a man unless they mean to see him dead.
I already have. Any reason why you shouldn't be the next one?
Oh, I got some pretty good reasons right here in these barrels.
Little pieces of glass like the doc took out of my boys.
No, it's gravel this time. It cuts down on my overhead. Did you know that double-aught buckshot is up to $0.10 a pound?
You are a professional gunman. You won't leave here alive. There are 3 of us, and you've only got 2 shots.
Only take 1 for you. But I don't want to shoot you. I may want to work for you. Price being right, natural.
Say out what you're saying.
Well, you got a feud going here. I specialize in them things. Now, the Barclays got certain points, you got certain points. For a price, I'll make your points outpoint their points.
What price?
Well, on the reverse side, we was speaking of $500, but you add $100 to that, and I'll guarantee the Barclays don't step on your property.
Why are you switching sides?
I'm not, unless you come up with an extra 100. Satisfaction guaranteed.
So they did pay you to shoot my boys?
Oh, now, let's just say that they spread a soft bed, a fine table. And they do pour generous.
Frank, you can get out the bottle of liquor. Now, what do I get for my money?
Guarantee. The Barclays won't pick them oranges the way they want to. Won't stop you from chopping down them trees the way you want to. Guaranteed.
It seems strange you switching sides. You being the one that got old Tom Barkley's killer.
Oh, they got a new member of the family over there. I'll tangle with him. Here.
Joe,
Thank you, boy.
you get some sugar to sweeten this man's drink?
Well, that's nice. Thank you. That's fine. Thank you.
Well? No luck. Judge has gone fishing up at Crystal Lake for a week.
Well, maybe go by the county attorney's office and check him out, see what he can do.
No. No, if we're going to enjoin him from cutting down those trees, the injunction has to be signed by the judge.
Oh.
I think I better ride up there and try and find him.
Good luck. I think I better go on past the depot, see if that barbed wire's come in. Then by the time I get home, I just might be hungry enough to eat Audra's cooking, if you can get that hungry.
Audra? Silas.
Mr. Heath, you got back early. What did the judge say?
Well, the judge has gone up to Crystal Lake, but Jared rode up to try and find him.
Oh, I'll fetch you some lunch.
Where's the grand hostess?
Miss Audrey left about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, where'd she go?
She didn't say, just headed up the North Road.
North, toward the Craddocks?
I suppose she'd get there if she rode far enough, but she wouldn't.
She might.
Even if she did, the Craddocks wouldn't shoot Miss Audra.
Yeah, but Handy Random is no Craddock.
Stop right there, Miss Barkley. Riding in here, you Barkleys are full of surprises, aren't you?
I wanted to talk to you.
A little late, isn't it? Like about 2 months?
Frank, I have to warn you.
About what?
Handy Random. Is he working for you?
In a manner of speaking, why?
He's a killer, Mr. Craddock.
Now, that's right strange. When he works for you, he's a guest. When he works for me, he's a killer.
He never worked for us.
You come out here to offer him more money.
We never offered him any money.
He said your family offered him $500.
The offer came from him. My brothers threw him out. We were wrong about him. He's a killer.
That's why I want him on my side instead of yours.
Handy Random is on his own side.
A pretty lady like you ought to have women's work to keep her busy.
If you men would handle things better, I'd have time to. As it is, my dinner is probably ruined.
You know, my place needs a woman's touch. I never had a daughter. My sons are good boys. They never been in trouble. I'd take a bullwhip to the first one of them and took a drink. Now, if you were to take a liking to Frank here, I might be inclined to give that orange grove to the first one of my boys to present me with a grandchild.
Mr. Craddock, I came here to stop something, not to start it.
We're not talking about the same things.
You want to talk about grandchildren, and I want to talk about oranges.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm just not ready to get married.
Frank here's overdue. He's most 30.
Oh, don't beg.
I'm just trying to find a solution.
She's made it pretty clear I'm not it.
Frank, I'm sorry.
See Miss Audrey safely off the property.
I never got no escort when they showed me the road.
You just do as I say.
You know that destroying that grove is wrong.
My father knows what he's doing.
Does he know what Handy Random's doing?
You people brought that old man into this valley. We didn't.
He just rode in. Don't you understand? His only purpose is to get one set of us mad enough that the other set hires him. Besides mean nothing to him.
You're just saying that because we have him. Look, this is far enough. You can make it home safe by yourself from here.
You got turned down once, and now you're returning the favor?
In spades. Good day, Miss Barkley.
Otter, you know better than to ride out here alone. Now, let's go. Look out!
Say, Miss Audrey! Young feller? Say, I'm plumb sorry about that. That was a mistake. I didn't mean that at all. No, I'm real sorry. So, come on out. Come on out now. I'm sorry. Drop it!
You ought to know better than to ride up on a man with your gun out unless you mean to kill him. Miss Audrey, see what I mean? There's nothing to fear at all. I even fired the other barrel. Come on out. You got nothing to fear.
Call to him. Tell him where we are. Tell him I've been hit. Well, go on, do it.
Mr. Handy! I'm over here! He's been shot!
Oh! Well, that's a shame. I'll be right over.
Frank's dead, Pa.
I half believed her when she talked about peace. She led him into an ambush.
He's got a chest full of gravel.
He said gravel cut down on his overhead. I'm sorry, son. Joe, take your brother home. I want to find that old man.
up so I can see you.
I'm over here.
You sure give me a good one, boy. I've been shot a lot, but I don't believe I ever collected one quite like this one. I don't know what got into me. Turning on my old friends, the Barclays, like that. I reckon old Devil Grease has come in through my ear and sat down on my brain. I always figured that I'd live forever. The trouble with this dying business, it makes you feel like a plum-darn fool. I always hoped if when I did die, I'd be out of town at the time. Somebody'd have to come and tell me about it later.
I guess it's something everybody has to do for himself.
Right. It's cold. This dying business, cold. Would you get a blanket out of my gear, boy? Please?
Take my jacket. Audrey, you didn't kill him. I don't think I did either. That old man's been dead for a long time. We buried him down by the creek.
On which side?
Our side.
You should have left him for the buzzards.
Even the buzzards would do some consideration, don't you think?
The Lord works in strange and wonderful ways. You were beholden to that old man for avenging a wrong done to your family. Now I'm beholden to you for the same thing.
Mr. Craddock, you don't owe us anything.
In some religions, nobody works for 2 weeks following the death of a member of the family. Picking oranges is work.
What religion is that, Mr. Craddock?
My religion.
What are you driving at, Craddock?
I thought you might pick those oranges and dispose of them. I'm not familiar with the market.
We can do that, can't we?
This is no admission those groves aren't mine.
We'll let the court decide that. But if it should find for you, you will owe us for the harvesting costs.
Done. I'll have Joe remove the posted signs.
Well, I guess there's no need for this injunction. We'll just take our chances in court.